All right, y'all. Hello to my faithful subscribers who don't leave me, even though I leave you guys hanging all the time. But I'm not going to do that anymore because I have a manager who is going to stay on top of me.
Get to it.
With that being said, that is my friend Natasha. You guys are going to hear in the background. See y'all, show Natasha some love. She just moving around doing stuff. So anyways, I told myself that I was going to do something fun, a little light, a little bit lighter than what I usually do, the cold case stuff. I was going to do a VMA series because during the VMAs, I was like doing readings on everybody, or not everybody, but like some of the people that were there. And what I saw in the cards was so messy and so juicy and so fun and so interesting and so entertaining. And y'all know that everything I put on this channel is for entertainment purposes because I'm crazy. So, no, it's okay. I can pause it. Sorry about that, y'all. So anyways, it was so entertaining and it was so juicy, and like I said, everything I say is for entertainment purposes and it's all alleged. So I was like, I'm going to do a VMA series today, so you guys are going to get a few videos from me within the next couple of days because I just thought, like, why not? Why keep all of this juicy stuff to myself? However, I decided to do a reading on Sukihana because I saw those pictures that she took crawling all over the floor and stuff at the VMAs, and she perplexes me only because it's just like in my spirit I saw certain things about her, but I never read her before because I never cared to be honest. I'm not a fan of most of these people, but when I see like the stuff when she's in the blogs and stuff like that, and I see the things that she's in the blogs for, I never think to read her because I already can see what's going on with her. However, yesterday I was like, well, since I'm sitting here up, I'm bored, let me just flip some cards on Sukihana. And what came out, I wasn't even prepared for. It not only disturbed me, but it broke my heart. It was a reading that I will never forget. One of the most, and I did it so quick because after I start flipping cards, I didn't even want to continue flipping because I wasn't prepared for it. I felt like I needed to take a bath first and anoint myself and Florida water. I hadn't even did that because I didn't intend for what came out to come out. And so I thought, I'm going to do that reading today with you guys. And just remember that this is all alleged. This is all for entertainment purposes. This is all just a girl sitting on a porch in the country with her cards telling stories. I actually usually only ring my bell when I am speaking to the dead, but I feel like I want to ring it. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm getting my bell. I feel like I want to read it. I want to ring it for Sukihana, for her ancestors, because she needs all the protection and love and protection and guidance and protection that she can get. And only her ancestors can do that. And I don't know if my bell can ring up her ancestors or just the ones that's roaming around here, because this chair that I'm sitting in is almost 100 years old. This house that I'm at, it is very old. It has a lot of very old things, a lot of family relics in here. So there is a lot of ancestral energy in here. So I'm going to ring my bell and I'm going to pray that I ring up Sukihana's ancestors because she needs them. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all, sorry about that. All right, so let me just get myself together first. Before I read any cards on Sukihana, I would like to call up the ancestors, the loving, protecting, warring, no-limit soldier ancestors of Sukihana. I don't know her real name, but the public, she wants the public to call her Sukihana. So I hope that her ancestors can hear me, and the ones who love her, the ones who protect her, not the bad ones, but the ones who love her and protect her and wish for her highest good. I pray that when I ring this bell, you will come up for her. Because based on what I saw yesterday, she needs you. All right. Oh, yes. Ooh. Okay, all right. Oh, yes. Yes. All right, what is the energy surrounding Sukihana? Let's just start there. Sukihana, let me talk to you. What does your soul have to say? You know what I hear? My soul cries out. What I saw yesterday was a girl that is trapped. Mind, body, soul, trapped. I saw somebody that is trapped and afraid. No control. One of the first cards was the devil. Well, some of the first cards were the devil, death, ten of swords. Some of the worst cards I've ever seen come out in one reading came out yesterday when I was reading Sukihana. I had to stop. I wasn't prepared. All right. Ace of Wands. Let's start there. Let's see. Seven of Wands reverse. Four of Pentacles. Her ancestors are here. Her ancestors are here. I rang them up with this. You see that? That's what this is. I rang them up with this. Her ancestors are here. But there is nothing we can do to protect her. There is a man that is not of our family who owns her. There is nothing we can do to set her free. There is a man who bought and paid for her that is not of us. He is the one. He is the one who she gave power and control to. All of her power, all of her mind for money. And there's nothing she can do to get it back. And there's nothing we can do. Her ancestors, there's nothing we can do to set her free. In my mind right now, when my eyes are closed, I see a man sitting on a throne like that Emperor card I just saw, with his leg crossed, haughty and mighty, cocky. I own her. That's what I hear, allegedly. I'm going to look into this first. Nothing we can do, because I just want to confirm that that's what I'm seeing. Her family. Yes, nothing we can do. Her family, her ancestors, the ones who said that we are here. We came. The ones that I called. We came when you called. There's nothing we can do. Her ancestors, the ones who came when you called. There's nothing we can do. Why not? Because she gladly made the decision to give her power away. Chariot reverse. This person is in control of their own destiny, upright. This person gladly made the decision to give up the power and control of their own destiny. I need to pause this for a second. And that is why there's nothing we can do to protect her. I want to see what else her ancestors have to say, because they're the ones I'm speaking to. The ones who came when I called them. We're there. Look, that's Sukihana. She's the one sword, and then there's the ancestors around her. Excuse my nail, it's broken. And that's what this means, because I pulled this in regards to my own ancestors before, when I thought I was alone and I was doubting myself and doubting them. And I pulled this and they was like, nah, we here. We got your back. That's you thinking you standing alone, and that's us behind you. These are the ones I called. We're here. The ones you called, we're here. A maternal figure. A grandmother, great-grandmother. Somebody who grieves for her. Somebody who grieves for Sukihana because of the things that she's doing. Sukihana, if you ever see this, please don't be mad at me. These are your ancestors, and you know what? You wouldn't even be mad at me. I wish I would be there to wipe the tears from your eyes. Because even what I saw yesterday, and even what I feel now from your grandmother who grieves for you, for the things that you've done and the things that you do, the things that you are going to do. That's the compassion I feel for you. And I wish I were there if you ever saw this video, because I know it would pierce your heart. Because you know, you hear me, you hear them. For money, the things that you do for money, the things you do to survive. And I saw yesterday, because this is the Five of Swords, this is the chatter, all the online chatter, the antics that you have to do, that you get paid to do to survive. I saw yesterday your energy was the Six of Swords. You don't care. You started to move past what people say. You really have reached a point where you make light of it. You can find a way to move past the online chatter about you and the things that you have to do for money. But your ancestors do not like this man. The company you chose to keep, They don't like you. The people around you don't like you, Sukihana. This man is not, I don't want to say of you, not for you, not for your greatest good. Not like your ancestors would be, but they're blocked spiritually. This man has you bound spiritually. Whatever you signed, Sukihana, did you sign it in blood? I'm curious, because this feels like the emperor that I just saw when I closed my eyes. But this emperor had his foot crossed, and he was leaning back in his chair, but he was sitting up erect. And I hear a hearty voice, a hearty laugh, as if spiritually you are bound. Did you sign your name in blood somewhere, Sukihana? Curious. From your ancestors' perspective, they don't like this energy that owns you, but it's nothing that they can do because you chose to give it. Where's that Queen of Swords? That was your decision. And this is you being tormented by it every night. Y'all excuse my cards too. I'm gonna get some new ones, but if the face ain't all the way peeled off and if I can still see what the cards are, I just love them. I have attachments to them. But this is you being tormented about the decision that you made. This is you. This is you every night. Not being able to speak or sleep. Not being able to speak up about what you really want to say, like you did that last time when you made that video and got in trouble for it. Allegedly. You can't speak about everything that you have to do, the image that you're portraying, everything that you have to do for money. And I have an idea of what you have to do for money. It's not far from the image that you portray. It's not an image that you're portraying. You're showing us exactly what you are. And I don't say who you are, because this isn't who you are. This is what you are. Sukihana. You're not allowed to talk about it because of this man. Yesterday I felt like you were afraid because there was a threat. I giveth and I can take it away. A loss of family. A loss of family on the bottom of the deck because this person finances your life. This person. I giveth, I can take it away. So get this money and don't say shit. Don't worry about any. Just go along with the program. It's not for you to talk about, worry about, because you know what'll happen to you? You'll go back to poverty. You'll go back to nothing. You'll go back to nothing, and it'll be worse than before because you'll lose everything you ever had. You know what that feels like? You know what that feels like, Sukihana, to have everything and then have nothing? It's different from never having anything and having nothing. But you've had it all. You've tasted it. To lose it would make you lose your mind. This ain't what you want. This is what he says. This ain't what you want. Be quiet and go along with it. Just keep your mouth shut. She wants to get away from him, though. I flipped this because I'm looking into him. Can't get away from him, though, no matter how hard you try. because he made you a star in your mind. And you never want to go back to struggling. Like, I'll do anything. I never want to go back to struggling ever again. I never want to be poor ever again. I'll go along with it. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I won't say shit no more. I'll get this money. I'll do everything. I'll go everywhere you send me. I'll do all the opportunities. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. Because I never want to be poor again, and I'll never speak again. I know what'll happen to me if I talk again. I know. I promise. I won't never slip up like that again. I promise. I'll be good. I'll be good. What did they do to you? That first time when you called yourself recording that video? About wanting your soul back? What did they do to you after that? What did they do to make you shut up? About that video you put online. Something about your kids. They threatened to take away your kids. Did they allegedly threaten to take away your kids, Sukihana? Did they threaten to release something that you did for money that they hold against you? Look, that they hold against you. I didn't even see that at first when I said it. Something that they hold over your head. Something that you agreed to do. That if you were exposed, they'd be able to take away your kids. What did you do for money? Videos, huh? Nasty, dirty things you did on a boat, overseas, multiple men, animals, allegedly. If they released that, they would take away your kids. Let me just confirm that I'm talking about our kids. That would be the worst thing that would happen to her. As a mother, that would be the worst thing that could happen to her. Her family, if they mess with her family. Look, and her kids. Does she have 3 kids? 3 or 4? Her kids? I knew they was gonna come out. I said I wanted to make sure that I was talking about her being a mother. The worst thing, the only thing that she cares about is keeping her kids together. That's how they got you in line. That's how they got you to shut up. Your kids. Girl, this is sad. So with that being said, I don't know what else to say. I asked for the energy around Sukihana, and this is where I ended up from talking to her ancestors that I rang up. I'm actually curious, Sukihana, now that I'm talking to her ancestors, what do you guys have to say to her? Because I called you guys up to protect her, and y'all let me know as soon as you got here there's nothing we can do to protect her because she gave her rights away. So what would you have to say to her for her highest good, since there's nothing you can actively, physically do? What would you have to say to her for her highest good? Because after all of this, I like solutions. I don't just like to leave the problem on the table. How can we wrap this up? What can we give to her for her highest good, whether she wants it or not, from her ancestors who love her? And for me, who has nothing against her, I'm here as a medium. And I want the best for everybody, I do. For your soul's sake, that's my business. Soul business. God's work. And nobody is unredeemable in my mind. Maybe they are, but my heart is always going to look for a solution, or at least a word of advice to leave somebody with. What is that for Sukihana? Ten of Cups. Eight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Pentacles. There is a grandmother here. She is the one who is representing the clan that I called up. A grandmother energy here who is mourning and weeping for you. Look at her. Her heart breaks for you. Allegedly, Sukihana. You know what hurts them the most? Is you don't talk to them anymore like you used to. If you see this, Sukihana, you know what I'm talking about. What breaks their heart the most is that you don't talk to them anymore like you used to. You used to be a spiritual girl, didn't you? I heard that before. You used to like to communicate with your ancestors before, and you stopped. None of the other things that you've done hurt them more than the fact that you just stopped talking to them. You gave up on yourself, so you gave up on us. When you gave up on yourself, remember this came out? They're here, it's just not much they can do. But when you gave up on yourself, you gave up on them. And that's when you stopped talking to them. Because you no longer had control of yourself. You sacrificed yourself. And you sacrificed your connection with your ancestors and your spirits that you used to maintain. And you felt like you had no choice but to move on permanently because you sold your soul. There's no other way to say it, because that's the way that you see it. You don't have your soul anymore. You no longer have it anymore. You used to. And so, look, a loss of hope, a loss of faith once you made that decision to give yourself up and do the things that you needed to do to get put on. That's when you stop communicating with your ancestors. And that's what hurts them the most. That's their message to you, allegedly, Sukihana. You don't talk to them anymore. You're not connected. The harmony, the balance between you and your family, your ancestors, your family, it's broken. Because you're trapped now. You're trapped. This is the card that came up for her yesterday. Trapped. But we love you still. Even though it breaks our heart, we love you still. And we still watch you. We watch everything you do, even though we don't, to degrade yourself. Everything you do to degrade yourself, we see it in the spirit of having fun and being happy and jovial, knowing you don't really like it. Knowing you're only doing it so that you don't lose your kids. So that they don't take away your kids. That's why you pretend to like what you're doing. Degrading yourself. We see you. And it breaks our heart, but we love you. I'm gonna close on that. But let me dig into that. We love you. Because it isn't the lover's card, but that's what they're saying. In me closing, look. In closing, we love you. We're here. We're watching. Even after you made that change a long time ago, that you regret. That's actually judgment in reverse, y'all. We love you, even after all of that change, even after the change, even after your change. And change is putting it lightly, because you know what I'm talking about. So, and with that being said, as the medium coming back into my own body, matter of fact, let me dismiss your ancestors. Thank you to the ancestors of Sukihana. Thank you to that great-great-great-grandmother or grandmother, whomever she was, the spirit who spoke on behalf of the ancestors. Thank you for sharing with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energies and with your child, your daughter's energy. There is no malice here. And I pray that if Sukihana ever sees this, she knows that nothing here was said in malice. In closing, as I dismiss you, thank you again. In closing, all I have to say as the friendly medium here, Sukihana, call your ancestors. If it doesn't torment you too much to do so, when they cross your mind, every now and then when they do, just say hello. They hear you, they're around you, and the only thing that breaks their heart the most is that you don't talk to them anymore. You'd be surprised at what they can do for you if you fed them just a little bit of energy, piece by piece. Because I know what kind of situation you're in. I know what predicament you're in. But even if you just start with baby steps and sow little seeds, when they cross your mind, when they still do, hello. That's it. Start there. Just start establishing something, because the more energy you feed them, the more you empower them. Who knows what they can do for you? But when you broke that connection with them, they lost all their ability to do anything for you. Call your ancestors, Sukihana.